Hey, what's up, guys? It's Blue Moon Mining here, and today we're going to be looking back into Salad. Now, if anyone remembers some lore about me and my channel, I actually started my crypto journey using Salad just a little over 3 years ago now. And a lot has changed since I first started using Salad, and the biggest thing is definitely the introduction to GPU rentals. They just recently started doing that, and they are in need for a lot of GPUs. From what I can see and what I was told and given all the information about, there is 1600 they say on their Twitter, but I've been seeing 1500 as well. But they need over 1500 GPUs because there's open jobs that need to be filled. And these are the GPUs they're mostly looking for, 5090s all the way down to the 3090 Ti. And there even is chances for you to have, like lower end GPUs that pop up every now and then. Like my 3060 Ti is in high demand right now. Unfortunately, I don't have 32 gigabytes of RAM, so the likelihood of me getting a job is low because my system doesn't have the requirements that it needs to meet. But there are still jobs that will take it every now and then that don't need a high RAM to run. This can change in the future. Some of these GPUs may be in high demand right now, but in the future they can go to moderate. And it's the same thing with like if you got a 2080 Ti, these are in moderate demand, but yesterday they were in high demand. And it looks like they go down to a 2070, which is in low demand, but there's always a chance that that can change. But if nobody knows what Salad is, it is a people-powered cloud which actively utilizes your idle computing power and bandwidth resources, top power, high-performance computing tasks, and it is more profitable for businesses and companies to rent hardware than to build their own. Now, top earners for the 4090s and 5090s are making about $450 a day is what I was told, or more. And there's about several months of work that is needed right now, so don't worry, the work ain't going anywhere. Now, the setup for Salad is actually quite simple. You can just go over to the download page, click download. It's going to have one of those little quick execution files. It will do the setup on its own, and then in the little corner, it's going to show you to... Hold on. Let me see if I can try and get it up on the screen. Hold on. Now, as you guys can see in this little corner right here, when you first get it set up, it will tell you to log in. Once you click login, it's going to open up your primary browser. Now, I've learned through some trial and error that Brave browser and Firefox does not work because of privacy, or like they have some like security bullcrap that you got to go through. So you're going to have to use something like Microsoft Edge or Google. So I had to do that. And it will log you in, and basically it does this. And you have a few options. You can have it pause until your computer is idle. So once you walk away from the computer for more than 10 minutes, it will start searching for jobs. And if it can't find a job, it will start crypto mining as long as you have the settings set up for that. You can also set a time for it to start mining, which is for more advanced users, is what I can read from it. And you can also just click Chop Now, which will just have it start working away and looking for jobs. So that's pretty nice. It also gives you your performance on what you got going on, like your GPU's performance, CPU, bandwidth, and of course I also have a built-in GPU into my AMD Ryzen crap, so that's also cool. It's got some more settings right here. You can go into your settings, and you can put sleep mode, auto start, auto launch, and all this stuff. So there's lots of stuff that you can dig into once you get this little thing up and running. But yeah, so I'll pull you guys back over here. Now I would like to come out with a disclaimer that you do need about at least 32 gigabytes of system RAM. That's just the recommended specs. It doesn't need to be 32 gigabytes. I'm pretty sure you can get away with 16 like I have in my system, but you're less likely to get jobs unless you have, the recommended stuff, obviously. So if you guys have 32 gigabytes RAM, you're fine. If you have more than that, you are phenomenal. I plan on upgrading my system to 64 gigabytes here eventually. You also want at least 500 gigabytes of storage. This is going to be running off of your C drive, which is your operating system drive. So if you have a small one, like most of the time people will probably have like a 256 gig or something like that. I would recommend at least having a terabyte. I just recently upgraded to a terabyte for my boot drive, so yeah, so I'm good when it comes to the 500 gigabytes of storage. And of course, you're going to want to have a GPU. They say that they listed as low as a 2070, but I'm pretty sure most people have a 30 series or above these days. If you don't, it's okay, because, you know, Salad isn't just for the AI stuff and for the GPU rentals. You can also just GPU mine with it. That comes to rewards. Rewards are mostly just gift cards. But you can also have, you know, it looks like they can do hosting services for Minecraft and all these other things, store credits, you know, just all sorts of stuff. You can also get payouts in PayPal all the way up to $1,000, and then Venmo up to $200. And there's all sorts of, you know, other stuff, like you got prepaid Visa gift cards up to $1,000 and some other stuff like that. If you guys, you know, have games and stuff, you can also get Steam gift cards, PlayStation gift cards, especially if you want to buy the Battlefield 6. I definitely want to buy that. I can't afford it with this paycheck, but hey, maybe if I keep mining away, I'll be able to afford it. So, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got. I would like to thank Salad for sponsoring this video. Don't worry, it wasn't against my will to record this. I signed it with them. I wanted to record this because I am starting to use Salad again, just because my 3060 Ti is in demand, and I want to kind of, you know, I want to take advantage of that, because I know GPUs mining isn't profitable at all, no matter what Red Panda Mining says. Don't believe him. He's lying to you. GPU mining is doomed. It's doomed, I say. But yeah, so AI is basically the future as of now, and Salad is definitely needing more and more GPUs. So if you guys would like to check out Salad, I will have a link in the description below, or if you have anyone else that would like to check out Salad and start getting into crypto mining or AI stuff, whatever gets them earning a low amount of money using your computing power, especially if you're a home miner, this is perfect, especially if you're trying to just get a little bit of passive income to get, you know, just like little payouts or gift cards to give people for, like, you know, holidays and stuff. You know, Christmas is coming up, and you got plenty of time to get a gift card if you don't have any gifts. Not everyone has a gift. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.